Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So Dandat Pranams, dear devotees, thank you all for joining in for day 10 of Purushottam Adhikamas, where we are chanting prayers, singing bhajans, studying Srila Prabhupada's books, the exclusive pleasure of Guru and Gauranga, so that we can access the mercy, the additional mercy that's being bestowed on us. May we have this patra in our, may our heart become the patra to accept or access this mercy, which is ever pervading, especially in this auspicious month of Purushottam Adhikamas. Thank you very much. So we'll start with prayers. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Dapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Darale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langeti Girim Yat Kripatamaham Mande Shri Gurun Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram Harihi Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. So we'll start first with chapter 15 of the Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Oh, Hare Krishna. So we have to do the chanting, isn't it? So first, let's start with the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is the Yuga Dharma in this age of Kali. So let's chant one round with His Divine Grace. Adi Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सदेशवेंद्रे समेत शरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। गंगा मैया की जय, यमुना मैया की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, तुलसी महारानी की जय, सामेत भक्तवृंद की जय, कलियुग पतित पावन हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, सामेत भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय, मथुरा धाम की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, अनंत कोटि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, सामेत भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Starting with 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Why we are reading this chapter? Because this chapter is Purushottama Yoga. This is the yoga of the Supreme Person. So we are reading this chapter because it's auspicious to study this chapter on auspicious month of Purushottama Adhika month, Adhika Mas. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Bhagavan Vacha, chapter 15, the yoga of the Supreme Person. Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Urdhvam Moolam Adha Shatam Ashvatam Prahunavyam Chandam Jiyasya Varnani Yastam Veda Savedavid Adashordham Prashitastasya Shakha Guna Pravadhakshya Pravala Adasya Mulani Anusantatani Karmanubandhi Manushaloke Narupamasi Hatato Balabhyate Nato Najadya Sampratishtha Ashwattam Enam Suviruda Moolam Asanga Shastrena Dharena Chitva ततः पदं तत् परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गतानां वृतन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्ति पुस्तका पुराणी निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या वृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्तैः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर्गच्छन्ति मूढा पदमाव्ययं तत् न तद्भासयति सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम अमेवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः शस्तानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चापि कुतन्तीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुगन्धानि भाषयत् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं सितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानां पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः यदन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यदन्तोऽपि कृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्ति चेतसः यद् आदित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भाष्यतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रांसि यच्चावनो तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम् गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषिति सर्वा सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनं देहमाश्रितः प्राणापान समायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मथ स्मृति ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेद चाहम् द्वाविमो पुरुषो लोके क्षरस्याग्र एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थो अक्षरोच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेति उदाहृतः यो लोकोत्रयमाविश्य विवर्ति अव्यय ईश्वरः यस्माक्षरम् अतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोकवेदे च प्रतितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेवम् सम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यं तमं शास्त्रम् इदम् उक्तं मया नघ एतद्बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृताकृत्यश्च भारत हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यां नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमो पंकजनाभाय नमो पंकजमालिने नमो पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजाङ्घ्रे। पाहि पाहि महायोगीन् देवदेव जगत्पते नान्यं त्वादप्यं पश्येत्र मृत्यु परस्परम्। कृष्ण कृष्ण महाबाहो भक्तानां भयङ्कर त्वमेकं दह्यमानानां अपवर्गोऽसि संश्रुतेः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। Reading Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 14, canto 10, prayers of Lord Brahma to Lord Krishna. Brahma's prayers to Lord Krishna. Verse number 10.14.1, 10th canto, 14th chapter, from verse number 1. Sri Brahmo Vacha, Saumedhyate Brahmavshetadidambaraya, Gunjavadam Sapadivichada Sanmukhaya, Manyasraje Kavalavitra Vishanavenu, Lakshmya Shri Mridupade, Shubhangajaya. तस्यापि देववपुषो मत् अनुग्रहस्य स्वेच्छामयस्य न तु बोधमयस्य कोऽपि नेशे मही त्वसितुं मनसान्तरेण साक्षात् तवैव किमुतात्मसुखानुभूतेः ज्ञाने प्रयासम् उदपास्य नमन्त एव जीवन्ति सन्मुखरितां दीयवार्तां स्थाने स्थिता श्रुतिगतां तनुवान् मनोभेर्ये प्रयासो जितजितोऽपि असितैस्त्रिलोक्याम् श्रेयश्रीं भक्तिमुदस्य देवि भो क्लिश्यन्ति ये केवलबोधलब्धये तेषामसौ क्लेशल एव शिष्यते नान्यद्यथा स्थूलतुषा भगतीनाम् पुरेह भूमान् बहवोऽपि योगिनः स्वदर्पितेहान्त्यकर्मलब्धया विभूत्य भक्त्यैव गतोपनीतया प्रपयति रीचोऽश्नुते गतिं पराम् तथापि भूमन् महिमा गुणस्य ते विबोधुमर्हत्य फलान्तरात्मभिः अविक्रियात् स्वानुभवादरूपतो ह्यनन्यभूयात् प्रिया न चान्यथा गुणात्मनस्तेऽपि गुणान् विमातुं हितावति यतस्वीक्षरेस्य कालेन यैर्वाभिमितासु कल्पैर्भूमपूपंशवकेऽपीकदुःखासः तत्तेऽनुकम्पां सुसमीक्षमाणो भुजान एवात्मकृतं विपाकं कृत्वा गुरुर्देर्विददा नमस्ते जीवेत ये पादे सदा यवात् अशेषमेनारिमनन्त आद्ये परात्मनि त्वय्यपि मायि मायिनि मायां वितत्येक्षितमात्मवैभवं गेहं ज्ञानैश्चिनिवाचिरज्ञौ अतः क्षमस्व अच्युतमे रजो भो यजानतस्त्वत्कृतकीशमानिनः अजावलेपान्ततमोऽन्तर्चक्षुषा एषो लोकम्यो विनाथवानिति वाहं तमोमदहं चराग्निवर्भु संवेष्टिताण्डगतसप्तष्टिकायः वेद्रिग्विदा विगणिताण्डपरानुचर्या वातादरोमविवरस्य च देवी त्वम् क्षेपणं गर्भगतस्य पादयो किं कल्पते मातृदोक्षजागशे किमस्ति नास्ति व्यपदेशभूषितं तवास्ति कुक्षे यदप्यनन्तः जगत्त्रयान्तोदरि सम्प्रबोधे नारायणस्योऽभिनालात् विनीर्गतोजस्त्विति वा न वैभृशा किन्वीश्वरत्वं विनर्गतोऽस्मि नारायणस्त्वं न हि सर्वदेहिनाम् आत्मस्य दीशा किल लोकसाक्षी नारायणोऽङ्गं नरभूजलायनात् तच्चापि सत्यं न तवैव माया तच्चेजनस्तं तव सज्जगद्प्रभुः किं मेन दृष्टुं किं मेन भगवं सदैव किं वासुदृष्टं हि मे तदैव किं नो सपत्येव पुनर्व्यदर्शे अत्रैव माया दमनावतारे यस्य प्रपञ्चस्य बहिषुतस्य कृत्स्नस्य शान्तर्जतरे जनन्या मायात्मेव प्रतिकृतं ते यस्य कुक्षाविदं सर्वं सात्मं भाति यथा तथा तत्त्वयपीह तत्सर्वं किम् इदं मायया विना अद्यैव त्वद्गतेस्य किं ममनते मायातुमदर्शितम् एकोऽसि प्रथमं ततो व्रज सुहृद् वत्सा समस्ता अपि तावन्तोऽसि चतुर्भुजा सदिखिलै साकं मयोपासितास्तावन्तेव जगन्त्यभूस्तदमितं ब्रह्माद्वयं शिष्यते अजानतां पदवीम् अनात्मनि आत्मत्मना भासि विदत्य मायां सृष्टा विवाहं जगतो विधान इव त्वमेषु इव त्रिनेत्रः सुरेषु तथैव नृष्वपि तिर्यक्षु यादवस्मिते जनस्य जन्मा सतां दुर्मदनिग्रहाय प्रभो विधात सदनुग्रहाय च भुवेति भूमन् भगवन् परात्मन् योगेश्वरो तस्त्रिलोक्यां वा कथं वा कति वा कदेति विस्तारयन्ति योगमायाम् तस्मादिदं जगत् अशेषम् असत्स्वरूपं स्वप्नावमस्ततिषणं दुःखं त्वयि एव नित्यसुखबोधधनावनन्ते माया दौर्यदपि यत्सत् इवा बभाति एकस्त्वमात्मपुरुषः पुराणः सत्यस्वयं ज्योतिरनन्त आद्यः नित्योऽक्षरो जश्रसुको निरञ्जनः पूर्णाद्वयोवादितो मृतः एवं विदं त्वां सकलात्मनामपि स्वात्मानमात्मात्मतया विचक्षते पूर्वर्कलब्धोऽपि निषच्चक्षुषा एते दनन्ति भवानृतां मुनीम् आत्मानमेवात्मतया विजानतां तेनैव जातं निखिलं प्रपञ्चितं ज्ञानेन भूयोऽपि च तत्प्रलीयते रज्वामहेर्भोगभवा भवो यथा अज्ञानसंज्ञो भवबन्धमोक्षौ द्वौ तज्ञाभावात् अजस्र चित्यात्मनि केवले परे विचार्यमाणे विवाहने त्वाम् आत्मानं परं मत्वा परम् आत्मानमेव च आत्म पुनर्बहिर्प्रज्ञ अहोज्ञा जनताज्ञता अन्तर्भवे अनन्तभवन्तमेव ह्यतत् जन्तो भयन्ति सन्तः असन्तम् अप्यन्ति अहम् अन्तिरेण सन्तं पुरन्तं कियन्ति सन्तः अतः पिते देव पदाम्बुजद्वया प्रसादलेशान् प्रीत एव हि जानाति तत्त्वं भगवन् महीम्नो न चान्ये कोऽक्षरं विचिन्वन् ततस्तु मेनाथ स भूरिभागो भवेत् प्रवाद्यत्तवातुरश्चाम् येनाहमेकोऽपि भवजनानां भूत्वा निषेवेत पादपल्लवम् अहोति धन्या व्रजगोरमण्यः स्तन्यामृतं पीतीव ते मुधा यासां विभो वत्सकरात्मजात्मना यत्तृप्तयेद्यापि न चालमत्पराः अहो भाग्यं नन्दगोपव्रजौकसां यन्मित्रं परमानन्दं पूर्णं ब्रह्म सनातनम् येषां तु भाग्यमहिमा अच्युत तावदास्ताम् एकादशैव हि वयं भूरिवागाः एतदृशीकचषकैरसकृत्पभामः शर्वादयोऽङ्घ्रियुतजमदमृतासवं ते तद्भूरिभाग्यं ह्यजन्म किमप्यताप्यं यद्गोकुलेऽपि गतमाङ्घ्रिरजोऽभिषेकम् यज्जीवितं तु निखिलं बलवान् मुकुन्द त्वद्यात्पदरजः श्रुतिमृग्यमेव येषां घोषनिवासिनं मुत भवान् किं देवरातेति न चेतो विश्वफलात् फलं त्वदपरं पुत्राभ्यन्मुह्यते सद्वेषादेव पूतनापि सकुलात् त्वामेव देवा पिता यद्दामातसुहृत्प्रियात्मतनया प्राणाशया स्वर्धते तावद्रागद्यस्तेनास्तावत् कारागृहं तावन्मोहोऽङ्घ्रिनिगरो यावत् कृष्णनते जनाः प्रपञ्चं निष्प्रपञ्चोऽपि विलम्बयसि भूतले प्रपन्नजनतानन्द सन्दोहं प्रतितुं प्रभो जानन्त एव जानन्तु किं भुक्त्या न मे प्रभो मनसो बभुचो वाचो वैभवं तव गोचरः अनुजानीहि मां कृष्ण सर्वं त्वं वेचि सर्वदृक् त्वमेव जगतां नाथो जगत्येतत्तवार्पितम् श्रीकृष्णवृष्णिकुलपुष्करजोषदायीन् क्ष्मानिर्जरद्विजपशुदादिवृत्तिकारीन् उद्धर्मसार्वरहर्षति राक्षसस्त्रु आकल्पमार्कम् अर्हन् भगवन् नमस्ते। श्रीशुक उवाच इति अभीष्टूय भूमानां परिक्रम्य पादयोः नट्वाभीष्टं तथा स्वाधाम प्रत्यपद्यथा ततोऽन्याप्य भगवान् स्वभुवं प्रागवस्थितान् वत्सान् कुलीनमान् पूर्वसकं स्वकम् एकस्मिन्नपि आतीर्थे प्राणीशं शान्तरात्मनः कृष्णमाया हताराजन् क्षणार्गं मे निरेपदाः किं किं न विस्मरन्ति ह माया चेतसः यन्मोहितं जगत् सर्वं वीक्षणात्मकम् कुचुश्च सुहृद कृष्णं स्वागतं तेति रम्भसा नैकोऽपि अभोजिकवला एहिता साधु भुजताम् ततो हसन् ऋषिकेशो अभ्यवर्त्य सहार्पकैः दर्शयं शर्मजगरं न्यवर्तत वनात्मजम् बर्हाप्रशूनवनदातु विचित्रिताङ्गः क्रोधामवेनुदर्शनोत्सवाद्यः वत्सन् गृणन् अनुगगीत पवित्र कीर्ति गोपीद्रि उत्सवदृशी प्रविदेश कुष्ठम् अद्यानेन महाव्यायो यशोधानन्द शोभना अतो वित वयं चास्मात् इति बाला व्रजे जगो श्रीराजोवाच ब्रह्मन् परोद्भवे कृष्णे यान् प्रेम कथं भवेत् यो भूतपूर्वस्तोकेषु स्फोद्भावेषु विमत्यताम् श्रीशुक उवाच सर्वेषामपि भूतानां नृपस्वात्मैव वल्लभः इतरे प्रत्यवित्ताद्यास्तद्वल्लभ तैव हि तत्राजेन्द्र यथा स्नेहः स्वस्वकात्मनि देहिनम् न तदा ममता लाम्बी पुत्र वित्तगृहादिशो देहात्मवादिनं पुंसाम् अपि राजन्यसत्तमा यथा देह प्रेतमनस्तथा न हि अनुयेचतम् देहोऽपि ममता वाक्चेत् तर्ह्यसौ नात्मवत्प्रियः यज्जीर्यदि अपि देहेऽस्मिन् जीविताशा बलीयसे तस्मात् प्रियतमः स्वात्मा सर्वेषाम् अपि देहिनां तदर्थमेव सकलं जगत् एतच्चराचरम् कृष्णमेनमवेहि त्वम् आत्मानमखिलात्मनां जगद्गीता यशोऽप्यत्र देहि भावाति मायया वस्तुतो जानतामत्र कृष्णं स्थाश्नु च विष्णु च भगवद्रूपमखिलं नान्यद्वस्ति किञ्चन सर्वेषामपि वस्तूनां भावार्थो भवति स्थितः तस्यापि भगवान् कृष्णः किम् अतद्वस्तुरूप्यताम् समाश्रिता ये पदपल्लवप्लवं महत्पदं पुण्ययशो मुरारे भवाम्बुदीर्वत्स पदं परं पदं 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 यत् पदाम्न तेषाम् एतत्ते सर्वमाख्यातं यत् पृष्टोऽहं निहत्वया तत्कौमारे हरिकृतं बहुखण्डे परिकीर्तितम् एतत् सुहृद्भिश्चरितं मुरारेरगार्दनं सात्वरजे मनोच व्यक्तेतरद्रूपमजोर्भविष्टवं शृण्वन् गृह्णीति नरो किलार्थान् एवं विहारे कौमारे कौजः त्वद्व्रजे नीलयाने सतु वन्दे मट्टतोत्रवनादिभिः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय अनंत कोटि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा so next we're going to sing this beautiful song called Chaurashtakam by Bilvamangal Thakur which is Sanskrit Raje prasidam navneet chauram गोपांगनानां च अनेक जन्मार्जित पापचौरं चौरगण्यां पुरुषं नमामि वीरादिकाया हृदयास्य चौरं नामबुध श्यामलकान्तिचौरम् पादाश्रितानां च समस्तचौरां चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि आकिञ्चनीकृत्य पादाश्रितं यः करोति भिक्षुं पतिकेहयेन केनाप्यहो भीषण चौरायेद्रे दृष्टश्रुतो बाला जगत्त्रयेऽपि यदीयनामाप्यहरत्यशेषं सारानपि पावराशि आश्चर्यरूपो ननु चौरायेद्रे दृष्टश्रुतो बालो मया कदापि दानं च मानं च कर्मेन्द्रियाणि कृत्वा मम सर्वमेव पलायसे पुत्र धृतो जचारा त्वं भक्तिदां नास्ति मया निरूढा चिन्नसि घोरं यमपाशबन्धं विनति भीमं भव पाशबन्धं चिन्नसि सर्वस्य समस्तबन्धं दैवात्मनो भक्तकृतं कुर्वन् मन्मानसे तामसराशि घोरे कारागृहे दुःखमये निबधा लव स्वहे चोर हरे चिराय त्वचौरदोषोचितमेव दण्डम् कारागृहे वस सदा हृदये मदीये मद्भक्तिपाशदृढबन्धन निश्चलः सन् त्वां कृष्ण हे प्रलयकोटिशतान्तरेऽपि सर्वस्वचौरहृदयान् नहि मोचयामि. Singing this prayer, begging for the lotus, begging at the lotus feet of Shri Bilva Mangal Thakur, begging in the lotus feet of Shri Radha and Krishna, begging in the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Gauranga. May our hearts also become as soft as butter, so that Krishna would want to steal our hearts, and we can imprison Krishna in our Kalagraha, and then our Kalagraha will no longer remain Kalagraha. It will become enlightened. It will not stay the dark prison as it is now. It will become illuminated by the presence of Lord Sri Krishna, by the presence of Srimati Radharani Krishna. Right? What is that verse? 10.11. Teshamevanukamparkam aham ajnanajam tamah nashayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena vashvadaha. So we are praying to Sri Radha and Krishna to kindly light the lamp of transcendental knowledge in our hearts, so that our hearts will become illuminated with love, devotion, knowledge, and service attitude towards the Lord and all of his wonderful devotees. Okay, so now let's move on to our next song for the day, which is none other than Yugalashtakam, written by our dear Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami is one of 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, who is an epitome of renunciation. What is actual renunciation? Attachment to Krishna is renunciation, right? What is that? Yukta Vairagya Uchyate. Anashaktasya Vishayan Yataham Upayunjatah Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagya Uchyate. What is real renunciation? Attachment to Krishna is real renunciation, because automatically it will result in detachment to material objects. So we don't have to work towards detachment of material objects. If we develop attachment to Krishna, automatically detachment to material objects will automatically arise in our hearts. Okay, so I can see Shobha Mataji and Ramya Mataji, right? The others I cannot see. I would request all the devotees to give us your darshan, otherwise I can only see a black screen. Yeah, thank you. Sridhar Prabhu, thank you. Sarva Gopeshwari Mataji, thank you. Karpagoli Mataji, thank you. Sudha Mataji, thank you. It's like demigods are all popping up on the screen, just blessing me, so that we can recite these wonderful verses and songs and books of Srila Prabhupada. It's only in the association of devotees that we can do Matchitta Matgata Prana Bodhyanta Parasparam, right? We cannot do with a black screen, right? Thank you. Sudha Mataji, thank you. Sudha Mataji, I can see your fan. If you can just pull down, I can have darshan of you. Then Jyotsna Mataji, yeah, thank you. Sujata, Haribol, thank you for joining. Hare Krishna. Nice to see you. Haribol. Okay, Chitra Mataji, Anjana Mataji, and Ramya Mataji, all the devotees, thank you very much for giving us your transcendental darshan. Nisha Mataji, thank you. All right, so let's move on to Yugalashtakam now. Krishna Premamayi Radha, Radha Premamayo Harihi, Jivane Nityam Radha Krishna Mati Mama, Krishnasya Dravinam Radha, Radhaya Dravinan Harihi, Jivane Nagane Nityam Radha Krishna Gati Mama, Krishna Pranamayi Radha, राधा प्राणमयो हरिः जीवने गगने नित्यं राधा कृष्णगतिर्मम कृष्ण द्रवमयी राधा राधा द्रवमयो हरिः जीवने नित्यं राधा कृष्णगतिर्मम कृष्ण गेहे सीता राधा राधा गेहे सीतो हरि जीवने गगने नित्यं राधा कृष्ण गतिर्मम कृष्ण चित्त स्थिता राधा राधा चित्त स्थितो हरिः जीवने गगने नित्यं राधा कृष्ण गतिर्मम नीलाम्बरधरा राधा पीताम्बरधरो हरिः जीवने गगने नित्यं राधा कृष्ण गतिर्मम वृन्दावनेश्वरी राधा कृष्ण वृन्दावनेश्वरः जीवने नित्यं राधाकृष्ण गतिर्मम जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय गौरनीताय 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद गुरुदेव गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल Hare Krishna. So now we'll move on to the study of Srila Prabhupada's book, The Perfection of Yoga. So we were seeing in yesterday's session how Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Rama and Hara. Prabhupada says Krishna, Hara, Krishna and Rama are the transcendental seeds of the Mahamantra. Hara refers to Srimati Radharani, who is the pleasure potency of Lord Krishna. Krishna himself refers to the supremely attractive Krishna. Sarvam akarshati iti Krishna. Right? One who attracts everything and everybody is Krishna. And Rama refers to Radha Raman. Now I'll post that. This thing here in the group. Right? What was that? Rama. Rama means one who gives pleasure. So it refers to Sri Radha Raman. One who gives pleasure to Srimati Radharani. So to this Hara, to this Krishna, to this Rama, we are begging so that we may have taste for serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. May we have served, may we have taste in chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. May we eternally serve the divine couple, going back to the spiritual world like that. Okay, so let's continue. Ramante yogino nante, their enjoyment is unlimited. That unlimited enjoyment is real happiness, and such happiness is spiritual. It cannot be material. This is the real meaning of Rama, as in the chant Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama means enjoyment through spiritual life. Yes, Karpavali Mataji, please go ahead. Spiritual life is all pleasure from them.
Hare Krishna Mataji Dandatnam. Thank you, Mataji. Spiritual life is all pleasure and Krishna is all pleasure. We do not have to sacrifice pleasure, Mataji, but we do have to enjoy it properly. A diseased man cannot enjoy life. His enjoyment of life is a false enjoyment. But when he is cured and is healthy, then he is able to enjoy. Similarly, as long as we are in the material conception of life, we are not actually enjoying ourselves, but are simply becoming more and more entangled in material nature. If a sick man is not supposed to eat, his eating unrestrictedly actually kills him. Similarly, the more we increase the material enjoyment, the more we become entangled in this world, and the more difficult it becomes to get free from the material entrapment. All of the systems of yoga are meant to disentangle the conditioned soul from the
entrapment. Entrapment. Haribol. Okay, entrapment, to transfer him from the false enjoyment of material things to the actual enjoyment of Krishna consciousness. So all of us want to be happy in this world, right? But unfortunately, we become frustrated in our attempt to become happy. Why? Because we are searching for happiness in this world, which is Dukhalayam and Ashashvatam. How can we find happiness in Ashashvatam, Dukhalayam? We will find books in a library, right? What is it called? What is that? Pustakalayam. Pustakalayam, we'll find books, right? We'll find pustak in Pustakalayam. In Dukhalayam, we'll find Dukha, right? So why are we searching for Sukha in Dukhalayam? That is why we are not getting happiness, but we're getting frustration. But along with that, we are becoming more and more entangled in the complicated measures of the three modes of material nature. So what is the process of yoga? Prabhupada mentions here very beautifully. Yoga means to transfer from the false enjoyment of material things to the actual enjoyment of Krishna consciousness. Right? We are all enjoying nice, wonderful prasadam. We are all enjoying the nectarian study of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada's books. Right? We are all enjoying actually. Right? Actually, one person asked Prabhupada, what is this, Prabhupada? What if we follow all of this Krishna consciousness principles and all, and then when we die, at that point we find out that there is no Krishna, there is no spiritual world, then what do we do? Then Prabhupada said, Prabhupada said, it's fine, if there is no spiritual world also, it's fine, but we are anyway enjoying in this material world. We are having nice Krishna prasadam, we are going nicely, we are doing Harinam Sankirtan, we are dancing in the morning also Mangalarti, and in the night also we are seeing the lovely forms of the lordships, we are nicely sleeping, we are getting up in the morning, we are doing devotional service, we are enjoying in this material world also. But what if there is a spiritual world? For what you are doing, you will be going to hell and you will be suffering. So if there is no spiritual world also, fine, we are happy. In this material world also, we are enjoying ourselves and practicing Krishna consciousness. But what if there is a spiritual world? What if there is hell? Then you will all be suffering because of your unrestricted enjoyment. There's sense enjoyment acts in this world. Like that Prabhupada told him. Right? So we are all in Krishna consciousness. There cannot be better enjoyment. Right? So, we have different varieties. Right? Rasgulla, and Prabhupada started this month with the gulab jamun, ISKCON bullets. You get pineapple halwa. We get international cuisines, right? Otherwise, I'm a South Indian. I'll be eating only chakar pongal and, what is this, rava kesari and all that. But I'm able to enjoy Bengali sweets, right? If you go to ISKCON, I will enjoy all the international cuisines, right? Because there is rasgulla, there is rasamalai, there is jalebi, there is what not. The sweets are innumerable in international state of Krishna consciousness. We simply have to follow the regular principles, chant Hare Krishna and associate with devotees. Attend the Bhagavatam class. After that, prasadam is free. Even khichdi is so divine. It's from the spiritual world because it's a prasadam, isn't it? So who can enjoy better than ISKCON devotees? Right? We don't follow any austerity at all. Happily chanting, Kati Pite Golok Jayenge, right? Sridhar Maharaj says, right? हम लोग अच्छी तरह से खाते पीते गोलोक जाएंगे, right? नाच के नचाते हुए, we'll all go. We'll make others dance. We'll dance Hare Krishna tunes. We'll go back home, back to Godhead. So it's complete spiritual enjoyment, even in the material world. It is very, very, joyfully performed. Krishna himself says, Susukam kartum avyayam. So Krishna says, Yatro paramate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya, yatra chaivatmanatmanam pashyannatmani tushyati. Sukam atyantikam yattat buddhigrahyam atindriyam, veti yatra na chaivayam sitas chalati tatvataha, yam labdva chaparam labham manyate nadikam tataha, yasmin sitona dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate, tam vidya dukkha samyoga viyogam yoga samyitam. Okay, Anjana Mataji, go ahead and read.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. In the stage of perfection.
In the stage of perfection called trance or samadhi, one's mind is completely restrained from material mental activities by practice of yoga. This is characterized by one's ability to see the self by the pure mind and relish and rejoice in the self. In that joyous state, one is situated in a boundless transcendental happiness and enjoys himself through transcendental senses. Established thus, one never depart from the truth, and upon gaining uh, happiness and enjoy himself through transcendental senses. Established thus, one never departs from the truth, and upon gaining, and this he thinks there is no greater gain. Being situated in such a position, one is never shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. This indeed is actual freedom from all miseries arising from material contacts. Bhagavad
Hare
Gita
Krishna.
6.20, 23.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So, Ramante Yogino Nante, right? We're going to have a lot of bliss, pleasure in actually serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, provided we understand what is the right way of seeking happiness. What is the right way of enjoyment. According to the Shastras, we can, it's not that we are all Anandamaya Abhyasa, we are all practicing devotional service and everything else, what we do is just to seek happiness. But we are seeking happiness in the wrong place. But with the Shastric study, we understand where is the real happiness, and then we are seeking it in the right place, then we will always be blissful, even amidst greatest difficulty, because we know that this is temporary, this too shall pass, isn't it? Nothing is permanent in this world. Happiness comes, goes. Misery comes, goes. What is eternal? Ajivera Swarupe Krishna Nityadas. Being the eternal servant of Krishna, enjoy bliss in serving Krishna. That is the only thing that is eternal. Everything else is a passing phase. Yeah. One form of yoga may be difficult, another may be easy, but in all cases, one must purify his existence to the conception of Krishna consciousness, Krishna conscious enjoyment. Then only one will be happy. So, real happiness is only when we practice Krishna consciousness. Yada hinendriyartheshu na karmashu anusajyate sarva sankalpa sannyasi yoga arudha astrochyate. Now, Krishna is going to talk about those who have attained perfection in the yoga and those who followed yoga, but they have not been able to attain success. So what are the destinations of all those people? Uddharet atmanatmanam natmanam avashadiyet atmaiva hi atmano bandhur atmaiva rupuratmanah. Jyotsna Mataji, go ahead. A person.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah.
A person is said.
Mataji, next, and then someone else's hand was up. I don't know. Okay, fine. Yeah.
A person is said to have attained to yoga when, having renounced all material desires, he neither acts for sense gratification nor engages in fruitive activities. A man must elevate himself by his own mind, not degrade himself. The mind is a friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well. Bhagavad Gita 6.45. We have to raise ourselves to the spiritual standard by ourselves. In this sense, I am my own friend and I am my own enemy. The opportunity is ours. There is very nice verse by Chanakya Pandita. No one is anyone's friend. No one is anyone's enemy. It is only by behavior that one can understand who is his friend and who is his enemy. No one is born our enemy and no one is born our friend. These rules are determined by mutual behavior.
Hare
As
Krishna.
we have Hare Krishna
Very
Mataji.
good. So, very beautiful. Chanakya Pandit, what is he saying? No one is born as our enemy. Nobody is born as our friend, right? The way we react, the way we relate with others, the other person is going to relate back the same way with us. If we consider someone as an enemy, that person will consider them as our enemy, right? Because as we sow, so shall we reap, right? Whatever we grow, if we sow a mango seed, mango tree will come. If you sow an orange seed, orange tree will come. Isn't it? So similarly, when we sow love, then love sprouts. If we sow hatred, then only the hatred will develop, right? In each interaction. So that's why he mentions that these roles are determined by mutual behavior, mutual dealings with others, like that. All right. Now Kishori Mataji will end with you. Go ahead. As we have dealings with others.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As we dealing with others in ordinary affairs, in the same way, the individual has dealing with himself. I may act as my own friend or as an enemy. As a friend, I can understand my position as spirit soul, and seeing that somehow or other I have come into contact with the material nature. Try to get free from material entanglement by acting in such a way as to disentangle.
Haribol? Okay. All right. So, Bandhur Atma Atmanastasya Atma, very beautiful verse. What is this verse? Bandhur Atma Atmanastasya Yenatma Ivatmanajidha Anatmanastu Shatrutya Vartetatmega Shatru. Right? For one who's conquered his mind, the mind is the greatest friend. For one who's not conquered his mind, the mind is the greatest enemy. That's what is mentioned here. So, in this case, I'm my friend, right? Because I've got this human form of life. No problem. Okay, we're just ending here. So, so what I was saying, so we've got this human form of life, but if you're not utilizing this human form of life for the purpose of self-realization, then my mind is my greatest enemy. But if I'm utilizing my mind to engage my senses in the service of the Lord, and in this way perfect my life, then my mind is my greatest friend. So whether my mind is my friend or enemy is within my control. If I control my mind is a friend. If I don't control my mind is an enemy. Hare Krishna. So let's see who all we have today. Granth Perfection of Yoga Ki Jai. Every book is Granth only, because it's written by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. And Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So let's see who all we have today. We have our Sridhar Prabhu, we have Sarveshri Mataji, Sarva Gopeshwari Mataji, Karpagami Mataji, Jyotsna Mataji, Navkishwari Mataji, Ramya Mataji, Maushmi Mataji, Anjana Mataji, Shobha Mataji, Sudha Mataji, Maheshwari Mataji, Nisha Mataji. I don't know who's Chitra Shetty Mataji, maybe Mataji joined us for the first time. Very happy Sujata has joined today. Purna Shrivas Mataji and Pallavi Mataji, thank you for joining in. We'll be happy if you can someday show us your darshan. And then Vasant Panchami Mataji, aap bhi Mataji, aap darshan de sakte hain thoda. All right, so thank you very much. Let's take a quick screenshot of all of our wonderful devotees who are joining us every day. All of you all are joining us every day, and in this way encouraging us so that we can very nicely read Srila Prabhupada's books, chant these wonderful prayers, sing these wonderful bhajans. Thank you very much. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrind Ki Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So we'll do Harinam Sankirtan. Today we have about 3 to 5 minutes time. We'll end at 1:45. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishaya Tale Srimate Bhakti Vedanto Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirdishesha Shunnavadi Paschatyaadhishatadine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Radharani Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Jai Shri Radha Madhav Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jagad Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Swami Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories, all glories, all glories. Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So everyone can unmute themselves now. Any questions, queries, realizations, comments? We can take for the next 2-3 minutes. Otherwise, we'll end the session. Hare Krishna. That was
Mataji, I have discovered one thing.
Huh?
I have discovered one thing. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is equal to Sargam. Saregama Padanisa Sanidapa Magaresa.
Okay,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Bol. Wonderful. Yes. Yeah. And then we also have this Avaroha Pantha that, we follow the disciplic succession. What has been transferred from Krishna down the disciplic succession.
Yeah.
So we already have Avaroha. Yeah, very nice. Thank you for the realization. Hare Krishna. Yes, Purna Mataji is happy. Purna Mataji, you should show us your delight by showing us your darshan. Then only we know how happy you are. Okay, some other day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Anyone else? Vasant Panchami Mataji, thank you. Thank you for your darshan. And Purna Srinivas. Okay, all of us have to again show our darshan. We will take a print screen with Purna Mataji and Vasant Panchami Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So today it's already raining in Mumbai. Okay, so devotees are giving darshan and all means, mercy is falling very heavily. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Dandat pranam to all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Dandat
Krishna
pranam.
Mataji,
Dandat pranam to all devotees and
Oh,
devotees.
Chitra Shetty Mataji, thank you for joining us. Oh my God, too
Mataji.
much mercy on a one day. Hari Bol.
Mataji, can you please post the
Our
Brahma
pleasure,
Samhita class
Mataji.
on your group?
Who's speaking?
Mataji, I am now Kishori Mataji here. Mataji, can you please post today's class, Brahma Samhita one, the one you did today?
Yeah, I'll share the link, Mataji. I'll share the link in our MSDD group. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, that pictures, Mataji. That picture in that class, that beautiful
I already
pictures.
posted, Mataji. I already posted in that group.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Mataji, you did very beautiful class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Dandat pranam.
Thank you.
Dandat pranam,
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat pranam, Hari Bol.